And good evening. Oh, I'm on the wrong screen. There we go. Do you know what? I had that week off last week and I feel completely lost. I'm completely out of practice. I've only had one live show off, but I think everything's sorted. I think I'm unmuted. So hello, good evening. Welcome to this week's live show. Coming up tonight. Mr. Black from Australia have very kindly sent me their brand new Coffee Liqueur that's aged in Bundaberg Rum Barrels. So we're going to be having a little try of that. And then we are going to be tasting Diplomatico, the one that everyone knows, the Reserva Exclusiva. And I've got the little premium upgrade as well, the Seleccion de Familia. So that's what's in store tonight, plus a few cocktails. But we're just going with the flow. Not really much planned for tonight, so we'll see how it goes down. So in the comments we have got Ross, Mark, Neil, Kingston Law from Australia, Gus, hello, Andy B, Claire, Tom, and Charlie. Charlie, where are you? Are you on the plane? Are you where are you, Charlie? Where are you? So yeah, last week I wasn't here last week because it was Rumfest, so we're up in Manchester. Got some of this little beautiful stuff. Should have cracked that out tonight as well, actually. Might do that a bit later. It's a 63% blend of Jamaica, Barbados, Guyana, Venezuela, and Trinidad. So yeah, that's a Rumfest blend. You'll have to excuse me a little bit. I can talk, but I'm a little bit bunged out. I've had a cold like the last sort of 4 or 5 days. I've given it to Mummy Barman now, so she's like sneezing and everything in the house. But I'm still a bit sort of bunged up at the moment. Need some tunes. So Charlie's at the airport. Nice. He's going to be London bound in very soon. Darren, hello. Adrienne, Steve in Ireland, Northern Ireland. What's that? I've got to read the long comments. I've got to read on this one. Just took my exams, passed high school. Yes. How old are you, Adrienne? Just passed high school? What's that? Is that 18, 19? Is that 20, 21? What? How old's that? Hey, Anne. Brian here. Hello, Brian and Henry. Oh, Henry, you're here. Hello, Henry. So yeah, Henry, I was diving into your Rum X reviews the other day because you can't search for people, but once you find some, you can see all their reviews. You've tasted some pretty awesome rums, haven't you? So yeah, that's cool. Adrian's 20, nice. Vino's in the house. Hello, Vino. How are you? Right. If you're here, if you haven't done it already, smash that like button. That really helps me out. That helps most YouTube channels out. But smash that like button. So yeah. So what have I got to tell you? Well, where should we start? So Rumfest was really, really good. If you want a proper sort of recount of what happened and the story of what happened, just ask Ganimal if he pops up. Ah, Lee, there he is. Lee, so just ask Lee what happened last Saturday. He should have a memory of every single second, so you can ask him. He'll happily fill you in. In joke. So yeah, that was really good. Some really good rums in there. Hopefully we should be able to get some rums on the live stream really, really soon. So that'll be good. Some like appearances in there. So yeah, that was last week. What have I done through the week? I've had a little bit of a dive into the old analytics this week. Realised that these review videos aren't going at all. So most of you have seen it in the Discord. I've put some posts out. I've done the email out to the newsletter as well. So we're going to be changing things up. There is one more review scheduled already. Bearing in mind it was filmed a good couple of weeks ago now. So that will be dropping on Tuesday. And that will be the last video review for a while. We're still going to be doing those reviews in the live stream because there's more fun, actually. You get the feedback, you get the banter, doing them live. So we're going to be doing sort of the rum tastings, the reviews and all that on the live streams. But the videos going forward will be going back to that whole educational sort of thing, the fun educational kind of stuff. So that won't happen until not this Wednesday, but the following Wednesday. I'm going to stop there because I need to film them. I haven't got time to film them until sort of we went Wednesday, Thursday this week. So yeah, that's what's going to be happening on the channel going forwards. Back to the sort of not so much cocktails, but educational stuff around rum and mixers and cocktails and comparisons and all that sort of things. What I was hoping that the very first one would be the Dawley's 3, the 40% ABV versus the 47% ABV. But very annoyingly, I've got two 40% ABVs. So that the 47 is winging its way to me as we speak, but that won't be here until later next week, I think. So, yeah, so that'll be installed. All that sort of stuff. All that sort of stuff. I get plenty of questions in the old comments, so we'll be diving into all that sort of stuff. Who else has just joined in recently? Aaron's here, Karen's here. I hope you're feeling better. Yeah, I'm feeling better. I've got a weird thing in my ear now. It's like all sort of waxy build up. So yeah, go like that and it goes like that. I'm distorted in my own ear at the moment, if that makes sense. Right. So, I'll get rid of that now. Let's put that back on. I've got this new thing as well. The software's just added this. Where's it gone? We can put this on. I like this. This is going to be cool. I'll keep that on for a couple of seconds and go back to that. Nice. So, Lemsip is the new mixer. Yeah, trust me, I've been on those. Trevor's in the house. Trevor, I think this is day one of drinking again, so Trevor is back on it as well. So I might just start with, I haven't got these for, I'm just going to quickly put this on the screen just so I can sort of see it for the old timestamps. And that I'll know where we're going there. It's not a rum review, but yeah, this, I'll give you the close-up right round there. For those of you that haven't seen it yet, Mr. Black very, very kindly sent this through. Can we see? That's the corner. Look. Aged with Bundaberg rum. So it's rested in Bundaberg Rum Barrels. Look. So can't wait to actually try this. 25% ABV. Got to give it a good shake up. And I've got my, where's it gone? I've got another bottle up here. But I wanted to taste a fresh bottle. So I've got that bottle of Mr. Black as well, but I'm going to open a new one because I want to taste a fresh bottle, just to kind of remind me what it's like. That's how it got sent. I don't think it came from Australia. I think it came from, doesn't actually say where it came from. I think it came from the UK. I think it's available in the UK. I'm not quite sure there. Nowhere's got it listed, but you can buy it from Mr. Black for £35, I think. So yeah, right, let's just crack these open. Mark's another northern. Havana Steve, say hello to Mark Esdale. You're both in, I haven't introduced you yet, you're both in Northern Ireland, I do believe. And Mark is a member, as you will see from his little logo beside him. So yeah, say hello to each other there. Right, is this shaken up? So, coffee liqueur, hang on, let's get our head around this. Coffee liqueur aged in rum barrels. I've got no idea what to expect here at all, in the slightest. That's why I got the new bottle of Mr. Black out. Right, I might have to get a knife for this. Right, little knife. What else is going on in the comments? Right, Henry, has anyone tried to, oh yeah, we were chatting about this in the Discord. This whole flipping, acid adjusting has just gone bonkers. I did a bit of research and it actually went bonkers in like 2016. It's just Leandro. Leandro's the first video that I've seen about it. Leandro, what's it called? Educated Barfly, has done a video about it. And now everyone's talking about acid, what's it called? Acid adjusting your citrus juices. So it's not a new thing. It has been around quite a while. But yeah, so we might have a play with that. I'm not sure I could be bothered, to be honest, but we might do one day. My man, Trevor Rose, where are we, Claire? I've got a blocked ear too, feels like I'm underwater. I'm literally distorted in my own ear. Oh, and if you haven't seen the poll as well, get involved in the poll. 27 votes so far. 26% of you like Diplomatico. 11% don't. Oh, it's just popped. Oh, that's better. I can hear that. Right, there we go. What's that? Oh, I can't read those long comments in here. Yes, you can buy Mr. Black in the UK, but not in the EU. I'm jealous. The same with the whiskey barrel. Oh, can you not get Mr. Black at all in Germany? That's a bit crazy. There was another long one here. Where's that other long one gone? There's coffee beans. Coffee beans aged in a rum barrel. Great thing. Question, Karen. What is the base spirit of Mr. Black? Vodka, I do believe. In fact, I know it's vodka. Yeah, it's essentially vodka. But that's most, I think Kahlua actually mixed theirs with a bit of rum, but Kahlua obviously got a lot of sugar added to it, whereas this hasn't. Pineapple Justin Neil. Have you come across a Sunset very strong rum? No. 84.5%. I'm sure Ganimal's been on that, Lee. Make sure you hit the like button. Yeah, cheers, Vino. Right, Karen. Mark, Tri Plantation, 3 stars, made my first daiquiri last night. Ooh, yes, I did see that Mark in there. That's fine. So Mark's gone for 2-1 in the opposite way. So I think 4 parts rum, 2 parts sugar, 1 part lime juice. That's cool. That's absolutely fine. Yeah, as I say, in that blog post that I did, I started out years ago with quite a sweet tooth, but it's it's not until you go really down the rum journey that you start using less sugar, I should say. Right, let's do this. So I want the coffee. I want to remind myself what this coffee tastes like. I should have chilled this down actually as well. So, normal coffee liqueur. I'm sure you're going to see loads of Mr. Black doing the rounds again. I think it was just in there. They've reached out to all the YouTube bartenders again that I know of and influencers because they wanted to send me another bottle of this, and I was just like, no, I don't, because I don't do cocktails. There's no point really. And then they came back and they turned around and said, no, sorry, we've got the wrong person. We don't want to send you a bottle of that. We want to send you a bottle of the rum one. So I was like, oh, all right, then I'll have a bottle of that. So, Olivia, I've got to give a shout out. Olivia, thank you. I don't know where you are, Olivia. If you're UK, if you're Australia, no idea. Right, coffee. I mean, it's so good, this stuff. It's got a feisty kick. What is that again? Yeah, 23% ABV. Oh, 25. It's stronger. Ooh, so 23% ABV for the coffee. The normal one. I mean, it's quite feisty. Luscious sort of chocolatey. I don't know, kind of how to describe that. Kind of just a rich chocolatey coffee liqueur. Really nice. Sort of hint of orange in there as well. Could easily drink that neat. I mean, I love this stuff anyway. I love these are my 2 kind of go-tos. That and the Luna. I love a Luna as well. Is that ticker annoying people? I might get rid of that ticker now. I think everyone knows what's going on. There we go. Right. I could put other stuff in the ticker. I might do that as we go along. Right, let's go back to that. So yeah, a Luna's sort of like with a hint of coffee edge to it. So yeah, but that's obviously coconut rum in the base of that one. So this is why I'm really interested in that. Right. So this is the rested in, I don't know how long it's rested in rum barrels. Hang on, could I share this with you? Is there anything on there? So that's the little label, comes with coffee rum. We'll give you the Mr. Black. Sorry, there we go. And there's just something there. Just so we could give that coffee, dark chocolate, Christmas spices, brown sugar and raisins. Oh, hello. Oh, looking forward to tasting this now, actually. Right. What's this? Coffee, dark chocolate, Christmas spices, brown sugar and raisins. Right. Come on, Mr. Black. Wow, that's way more punchier. So I've just realised I've got the video on in here. So, Jesus. Do you know what? The rum really does come through on that, actually. It's got that same chocolatey forward to it. In fact, it's very similar to like that. The finish, it is the finish. The finish is very reminiscent of rum. If I actually didn't know better, I would say the base alcohol of that is rum. That's how, obviously vodka is, got to think about this. Vodka is obviously flavourless. So if you rest vodka, oh, this is going to be an interesting one. Lee, Ganimal, this is one for you to get your head around. If you rest vodka, plain vodka, in a rum barrel, like how much of that rum flavour is going to impart in the vodka? Without thinking about the coffee side of things at all. That's really interesting. Like the first sip is almost identical. It's kind of after a few seconds, and the finish. I would say I would say the chocolate is actually a little bit thinner, because what you do get is those sort of spices. I don't get the orange note that I get in there. I really like that. It tastes a hell of a lot stronger than what that does. Bearing in mind it's only 2% ABV in it. It's that finish. It is that kind of feisty rum finish to it. I really like that. I'm going to do a couple of things with it. Yeah, that's just kind of softer, sweeter. It's a coffee chocolate finish on it. This is a feistier. I love that chocolate note. Sort of rich chocolate note. But it's that finish. That finish is rum. It's like, it's just a rum finish to it. That's crazy, actually. I want to see what, I don't know. I'm intrigued. Has anyone ever aged some vodka in rum barrels? I kind of want to get my head around how much flavour the vodka would take on from the rum, because that's taken a lot of flavour on for me. That has. Right, where else have we got? Has anyone actually tried this yet? Has anyone got it? Be kind of interesting. Don't know. German rum guy was talking about coffee liqueur with cola quai. Mr. Black in my affogato is bonkers. I'm going to do a couple of things with this in a minute. You're turning me on, Steve. It's a weekly occurrence, Vino. Detention. Yeah, Scotty boy. Where's Scotty? Is Scott here? Oh, there he is. Hello, Scott. Aged vodka is whiskey. Aged vodka is whiskey. You can look. It's whatever time it is in Australia. What's the time there? Where is it? 8 o'clock. He's got to be in Sydney. What time? Where time? Charlie, what time is it there, mate? It's got to be quite early. 4 o'clock. Where are we? 8 o'clock. No, about 6 o'clock. 4 o'clock or 6 o'clock. I'm losing the plot here. Charlie's flying over on a jet bike. 5. Split the difference. Charlie's coming over to see us. Right, he's bringing me some Australian goodies, which you need to pay him for. Right, let's do a couple of things with this, because I want to do an espresso martini, but just that and rum. Now, if Charlie had come a week earlier, if I'd done this a week later, I would have done Bundaberg Rum with that was the coffee. But I didn't sort my admin out, and I have had this for about 2 or 3 weeks, and I promised Mr. Black I would do it. So let's just do, because there's no need for a coffee as we're using this. Where's my jigger? Let's just do a little one to start off with. Little one. What rum shall I use for this? This is what we could go for. Open votes. What rum should I use in this espresso martini? And while we're thinking that, I might just get that ready, because I might do a rum fashioned as well. A coffee rum fashioned. 15ml in there. Right. So come on in. What rums? 5. Otherwise, I'm going to pick them. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right, I'm going to pick it. I am going to go. Should I go Barbados? Should I go? Where should I go? Jamaica? Oh, that could be a bit crazy. No, I won't go Jamaica. I might go Barbados, actually. I might go Barbados. Let's do plantation. Let's open a bottle. I haven't done it yet. Pusses 54, Dos Madeiros. Windy pipes up, first comment. Dos Madeiros. Pusses 54. Pusses gunpowder proof's not a bad shout. I'm just going to go. Oh, you could play all day with these. Just for Big G, if he's in the house. I haven't seen him yet. I'm going to get the string around the bottles just for Big G. So equal measures I've done for this espresso martini, and we'll go slightly heavier in the old rum fashioned. Right, there we go. Right, a couple of ice cubes. Ice, ice, ice. Do we put any bitters? I'm going to put some bitters in. I'm going to put some orange bitters in the old fashioned, actually. Oh, not those ones. I want those ones. Miss Betty's orange bitters. Oh, I don't like these pipettes. When these pipettes get stuck. There we go. Right. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10. There we go. Right, some orange bitters. So that should be nice. Don't need chocolate because there's plenty of chocolate in that. So let's stir that down. What else is anyone there? Garant just tuned YouTube off. He's not. He loves his plantation. I reckon he's got a secret stash of plantation at home. I reckon he has. Right. Let's get a nice chunk. Oh, my ice is welded together. What's going on here? There we go. That's better. That's better. Right. So, rum fashion there. And then let's just shake that down. Oh, distortion in my ear. That's really bizarre. Right. Double string. Oh, that's what I didn't pack away my sieve. I had a cocktail masterclass last night, quite a big one for a friend, and I've packed my sieve away. That's a bit silly, isn't it? Silly barman. I can't find strain. We'll have to. Right. So this is espresso martini without the espresso. I have got espresso here, but I haven't used espresso. I just don't need to. Right. What have we got in here? And a coffee rum fashioned. Right, espresso martini first. It's a little bit thin. I have to say, the rum is actually doing nothing for me in that. I should have used the pusses. That's interesting. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's really nice. So, the Plantation 5 is 50ml, 15ml of, no, it won't 50, 35ml of Plantation 5, 15ml of the Mr. Black rum barrel, and then 10 drops of orange bitters. That is really, really nice, rum fashioned. I need to fix that. Can we shake that again? We can shake that again. Right, let's do that. What rum pusses? Let's go the gunpowder proof then, without breaking the cork. There we go. Right. So, bit of gunpowder proof, bit of that. Bundy OP would have been a good one for this. There we go. Right. Wrong way round. Gunpowder proof, spiced. Big G's back now. Big G. I don't know why. This is what I've got to get. If G, are you in the house? I don't think you're here yet. Big G, if you're watching, why'd you call that PGS? I can never get my head around that. PGS. What's the S? I keep assuming you mean spiced, but you don't. You mean in normal gunpowder proof. So where's the S come from? PGS. I never understand that. I know you have spelling issues, but it's every single time. It's like PGS. Right. There we go. Espresso martinis, and let's put it in this one this time. Right. Oh, I don't like these ice crystals. Oh, I don't like these ice crystals. Never mind. That's so much better. Wow. Shout out to Trevor. That's so much better. That is amazing. It's equal measures. Plus it's gunpowder proof. So 54.5%. I think something rich, Demerara kind of vibes with that. Whether you're Eldorado 12 would have been a great shout for that as well. The Pusses stuff, the Black Tot. I think all those kind of rich, kind of like Myers. Even to be fair, Myers, even sort of, although I think that would have lacked the alcohol kick as well, but that would have been a great shout. The Rose Mullion Dark. I think that's what that's crying out for in a rum sort of espresso martini. Just a nice, full-bodied, rich Demerara caramel sort of rum with that. I really like that actually. Neat is banging. What else we got? I've got to blow my nose again. I'm really sorry. Charles, Heathrow leaving from What? Are you landing at Gatwick? Heathrow leaving from Gatwick? How are you flying from Heathrow to Gatwick? Plantation Extreme. Right. Henry, I just made myself acid adjusted orange daiquiri. It's absolutely awesome. So, right, for those of you that are just tuning in, acid adjusted. As I say, acid adjusted is not a new phenomenon. It's just been made famous. I'm assuming it's Leandro. I'm assuming, I don't know whether anyone else has done it, whether Steve or Greg done it or whoever. It's just, I'm assuming it's Leandro that's just sort of popped this. But it's kind of been doing the research on it. There's loads of blog articles back from 2016, 2017. Especially sort of UK bartenders as well, but sort of doing that stuff. It's kind of, I've heard of it before. I've not really paid much attention to it. It's kind of like the whole, whoever started that super juiced lime juice sort of thing. It's that whole making extra lime juice sort of thing. So basically what you do, the acid adjusting, what all this is simply making pineapple juice or orange juice or anything like that, the same citrus ratio, the same, or citrus levels, I don't know kind of how to describe that to you, but the same citrus levels as a lime. So essentially you can make a pineapple daiquiri with that tartness of a lime without actually using lime juice. It's just pineapple juice. It's like a citric forward pineapple juice. And you could, I haven't actually got it here, but Funkin do the citric sugar syrup. So you could actually just use pineapple juice and citric syrup for a Funkin, for those of you who got it, and sort of mimic the same kind of effect with that. You just have to play about with your ratios. But essentially what you're doing, you add in citric acid and malic acid to pineapple juice, to orange juice, whatever, just to make it that same level of citrus as a lime or a lemon. And you can make some fun daiquiris like that. As I say, it's not a new phenomenon. It's just been... whether it is just Leandro, it's just been sort of picked up. It's quite fun to do. I don't know whether I could be asked to do it, to be honest. I might have a play. But yeah, it's just a fun thing to do. Fun daiquiris. For those of you that are not huge sort of lime daiquiri fans, then that'll be kind of fun. But you just have to get some malic acid, some citric acid off Amazon or Holland and Barrett in the UK or wherever. Just get a little pack of them and you can kind of go from there. But yeah, it's quite fun for those of you who do. So Henry, for those of you who don't know, Henry is in Germany. Henry, I don't actually know where you are in Germany. Where's your hometown? But I know you're in Germany. What else have we got in here? Kevin Koss. Oh yeah, Super Juice. Yeah, Kevin did the Super Juice. I remember that. I just don't really watch that many cocktail channels now, to be fair, so I've lost track. I always keep track of Leandro, because Leandro kind of goes off on different tangents, which I do kind of like that. He doesn't go... I love Kevin. I love what Kevin and the team do. Their videos are phenomenal, but that level of bartending is just like, it's not for me. It's way, maybe me sort of 15 years ago, yeah, but not these days. I just can't be bothered with that these days. Really worth it. Off to the plane. Have fun. Safe flight, Charlie. We'll see you tomorrow. Hang on. So Charlie's going to get a day. He's going to come back. How's that work? He's going... Yeah. So he's going to get an extra day, isn't he? Oh, Charlie's winning at life at the moment. Right. And Trevor, Zach. Saw a video about Super Juice. Hi, everyone. Top cheese. It's been a while since I... check the lives. Hope you're doing well. Steve, you're in Hamburg. Do you know what? I could get really used to this. I don't think, and this is going to be really stupid, I don't think I even create the same sort of taste from this and add in a little bit of rum. I might just add a bar spoon of rum. Let's go. What would Bundaberg give me? I've got Captain Morgan's. Sorry, Charlie. OD. Let's go Plantation OD. Let's just do it. I'm not sure if that's right or wrong, but let's just do a little bar spoon of Plantation OD. I'm just intrigued. Just intrigued. Should have used that in the espresso martini as well. That would have been quite good. I've got so many rums here, I just forget about them all. I need kind of a list. That is quite delicious, but it's not the same. As stupid as that sounds, that is rum with a coffee liqueur. This has kind of got the layers going. This is really bizarre. I really like this. It's that first sip of chocolatey coffee liqueur, but it's that finish. It has got a feisty rum finish. I really like that. That's a big fan of your work, Mr. Black. Big fan. There's some extra information on the back here that I can sort of zoom in to show you. Can we see that? Rested in European and American oak. I'm assuming that's what Bundaberg. Actually, the Bundaberg rest in European and American oak, or age, I should say. I don't know. That's quite intriguing, actually. The world's best. By the way, Bundaberg Rum, the world's best rum 2016. Richard Seal. Yeah, Richard Seal's got nothing on Bundaberg. Oh, I bet that went down well, didn't it, over in Barbados? Or Jamaica and the rest of the Caribbean. It's when you look for the little apostrophe, it's where it says world's best rum 2016, little apostrophe, and then voted for by my mum, something like that. Having said that though, that is flipping delicious. I really did like the rum fashioned. It's that one here. No, it's there. There it is. Sorry. The rum fashioned is gorgeous. That's amazing. No sugar in that at all. Just the liqueur to sweeten it up. So rum, the coffee liqueur, and bitters, orange bitters. It makes me kind of think. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to mute myself so you don't hear this. Sorry, that had to be done. I can breathe. Yeah, it makes me kind of think. Right? So all this global kind of phenomenon of rum, if that's coming, you know, all these different brands, it makes me kind of intrigued of what other sort of collaborations will occur. So that, I mean, I can't think of any others at the moment. That's got to be the first. Obviously, whiskey. Whiskey has been aged in rum barrels. We've seen that, and then rum has been aged in whiskey barrels. We've seen those sort of collaborations going on. And I'm not talking spiced rum either. We kind of know all that about spiced rums. But I'm really interested to see other. I'm just looking around now at all the liqueurs and everything I've got here. All the other categories of all those byproducts of rum. So like rum barrels. And yeah, I'm really fascinated about the direction this could go in. Of all these other sort of additional products that could come off that. But that's the neat one, isn't it? Yeah, that's the neat Mr. Black on its own. I reckon, I haven't done this yet. Let's just whack an ice cube in there. Is that? Oh, sorry, that one. I reckon this, cold. I was going to say put it in the fridge. I reckon this in the fridge, cold, is just going to be gorgeous. You don't want to get, I've got ice in there. I'm not saying add too much dilution. Oh, it's good cold. It's good. I reckon that's a shout. Keep that in the fridge. It's not got the sweetness. It's got a little bit of a sweetness. Of course it is. It's a liqueur at the end of the day. Yeah, it's a liqueur. So it has got a certain amount of sweetness. Legally, it has to. But don't think of that as sweet, like nothing remotely like Kahlua. If you're talking other coffee liqueurs, nothing remotely like Tia Maria or Kahlua. Nothing in that stretch. And nothing like your bowls, your Giffard liqueurs. What other liqueur brands have we got around here? Combier, Monin liqueurs, Liquor 43, you know, Nuff Pessoa. Nothing in those sort of sweetness lines. Cold. Interestingly, that might just be the dilution. Interestingly, it loses the rum aftertaste, that rum burn aftertaste. Whereas at room temperature, it's definitely got that sort of rum feistiness. That's interesting. I like that. Big fan. I'd have to play about with the espresso martinis a bit. Puss's gunpowder proof, definitely better than the Plantation 5. But then I've got a funny feeling it's spiced rum. The pinnacle, actually, of the espresso rumtini might be those two together. Puss's gunpowder proof spiced, and that might be flipping epic. In fact, what I'm going to do, without shaking it, I'm going to stir it down. I'm just going to do one last, stirred down, equal measures. Puss's, as Geraint calls it. So Geraint calls that PGSS. No, PGS spice. That's what he calls that. And then the other one's PGS. What's the flipping S stand for? Right. Here we go. Right, so this is, I'm not going to shake this one because I don't like those ice crystals and I haven't got my fine strainer out. So this is just espresso rumtini stirred. Right, there we go. And one more of those. I love his little tasting glasses. Right. So, the only thing annoying me now is I haven't got that white frothy crema on top. God, I'm finicky now. Right. Neil, I can see your question. I'm coming. Oh, Jesus. Oh. Yeah, big fan. So Puss's gunpowder proof spiced. It's obviously got the ABV as well. 54.5%. It's got those spice notes. That coffee liqueur. Oh, that's the belter. I have to say that's probably a belter as well. I've just got those ice crystals in there because I haven't got a fine strainer. Can't believe I bloody packed that away. Right. Where did that question go? From Neil. I'm sure it was Neil, wasn't it? Where's he gone? Neil. There it is, Neil. How would Flor de Carne and Kahlua compare to these? So Kahlua, a lot sweeter. Imagine, the best way I could describe that is Kahlua is essentially Mr. Black plus a shot of sugar syrup, or half a shot of sugar half a shot of sugar syrup per cocktail. That's what Kahlua is to Mr. Black. So a shot of Mr. Black, 10 to 15 ml of sugar syrup, that is what your Kahlua tastes like. So it's that much sweeter. But then I'm talking about that one. I'm not talking about the rum finish on it. That is so unique on the finish. I can't get over the sort of rum finish on that. That's really interesting. Because obviously, as I say, Mr. Black is, I swear to God, it's 99% sure of this, it is vodka with coffee beans infused, and basically cold brew coffee in there. But because it's vodka, aged in rum barrels, or rested in rum barrels, it's going to take on all that characteristics of a rum. Even if it's only been in a barrel for like 2 or 3 weeks, it's going to take on all those rum flavours. And that's what you're getting now. I'm a big fan of that. That's really nice. And it doesn't taste like a 25%. If you'd have told me that was a 30 or upwards of 30, not 35, 40, but sort of around the 30 mark, I would have believed you, because it has got that rum alcohol heat from it. That nice rum heat from it. But yeah, that's delicious. Right. I think it's time. Thank you very much, Mr. Black. I will be thinking of some other stuff to do with that. That might be another educational video. Just talking myself into that now, like different products that are coming through rum. But thank you very much for that. I really, really like that. Big fan. But now I think it is time we crack on and try some real proper out and out rum. So I'm just going to whack this on screen just for 2 seconds, just to clear the old decks while I'm here. Boom, 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 boom in the room. There we go, lovely jubbly. Right, let's pop that back on screen now. Where am I? There I am. Right. So this week I was sorry, I'm still here. I'll just wash it up. I was looking at getting all 4 of the Diplomaticos, and I thought, let's do it in stages, because I want. So basically, for those of you who haven't realised, and this was me for a good few years, I only really realised that Diplomatico had some other rums. Probably the last sort of 5 years. Everything's 5 years to me. The first one I became aware of was the Platino, the white rum that they did. Because that's the only one you ever see, the Reserva. And it's kind of got a love-hate sort of relationship going on with it, as you can see by the poll. Where are we? We're up to 45 votes now. 31% have tried it and liked it, and 18% have tried it and didn't like it. But nearly 50% of you, 49%, I kind of like that. 49% of you have never tried it but want to. And there's only a couple of you that never want to try it. And the reason why I put that, for those of you that don't know, Diplomatico is renowned in the rum world for being the most sweet rum. Now, the problem we've got here is that because obviously if we're being geeky and legal, this is not a rum. It can't legally be called a rum in the EU. And there are whispers, and I have noticed a little bit of a change on the label since the last time I saw this. They're very clever with wording on here. However, they have still got rum written on the side here. There are maybe or may not be whispers that the word rum is going to be disappearing from the label from not too soon, because I don't know whether they're open and honest about how much sugar they are in it, but it's quite renowned or quite touted around the old interwebs that it's got at least 38 grams of sugar in it. I've seen other people claim it's got over 40 grams of sugar in it. They don't say, so we don't know for sure. We just don't know. So in the rum geek world, this is a massive no-no, and they won't touch it with a barge pole. Now, I'm going to crack it. I'm going to try it. I've never had that, by the way. Never ever tried that, so I'm looking forward to trying that. But it's also surprised me, the research I've done on that this afternoon as well. I used to really, really like this, because for me, back in the day, there actually wasn't that much. Right, it tasted slightly different, but there actually wasn't that much difference between those two. Because, as we know, back in the day, El Dorado was a very sweetened rum as well. El Dorado 12-year-old, for me, 2005, with the little red rose or label or whatever it was. I think it used to be a rose or something, like a little rose shaped in there. I don't think it was always round, but it was a heavily sweetened rum. However, El Dorado have reformulated and stripped back a lot of their sugar. So now, you know, the Diplomatico sort of does stand out in its own right. Now, you know, you have to get yourself in both worlds for this. It's exactly the same as the Don Papa review I did the other week. Because for me, I still like Don Papa. You know, it's not rum. It's not... Flipping hell. To be fair, they say it's flavoured with vanilla on the side of the bottle, so they don't claim it to be real rum, but they don't actually put the word spiced rum on there either. It's just on the back of the bottles where it says it's flavoured with vanilla. So they don't sort of claim it to be rum, but people get a bee in the bonnets because they think, oh, you know, it is rum. But it's, you know, as a spiced rum, that's flipping good. It's really, really good. So we kind of have to say the same with this. As a sweetened rum, I know what it tastes like. I've tasted it like 3 times in the last sort of month, so I know exactly what it tastes like. But yes, it's sweet. Yes, it's got a nice colour. I'm going to do the whole Rum X thing with this. But it does. It tastes nice. And it's got a lot of fans because it does taste nice. For those people with a really sweet palate that don't want a spiced rum, all those different spices, that is a great, great rum. So, before I get into the old Rum X, I've seen a couple of questions on here. Where do we go to? Henry! Oh, Henry. There's a right, I've got to put this on screen. I like this. This is where my head was going. Where's that gone? Karen, I've seen a question. Henry, right, put that on screen. There is a Hamden barrel-aged Calvados. That is got to be proper up my street. Calvados, apple brandy. So brandy, cognac is obviously from grapes. Calvados comes from apples. Apple brandy, which I absolutely love. Poire William is my absolute favourite. Pear brandy, essentially. Aged in Hamden barrels. That has got to be amazing. Wow. See, that's what intrigues me. So, all right, sorry, I'm getting away from Diplomatico here for 2 seconds, but, you know, Hamden are well renowned for that sort of Jamaican funk. All these, so Jamaican whiskey, the ex-Jamaican, Jamaican rum, ex-Jamaican rum barrels, or used Jamaican rum barrels, are going to have that sort of funky, tropical, banana-y, estery, pineapple vibes to them. Can you imagine that Calvados and apple brandy aged in that? Ho, ho, ho. You know, and Barbados has got its own unique kind of flavour profile as well, like tropical fruits like coconut and pineapple. Not so much the banana-y vibe, but then you've got Guyana with their big, rich demo. I'm fascinated to see these extra byproducts of the rum industry. I really am. Cheers for that, Henry. That's awesome. Right, hide that. Right. So there was another question here, Karen. Can you make a batch of espresso martini or any cocktail with just the spirit part and then add fresh components later? Yeah, of course you can. That's all we do in event bartending, to be fair. That is my background, event bartending. We would batch up whatever we can, and that would probably include the syrups as well, all this sort of stuff. Let's just go with that, all your monins. So take the Long Island iced tea, for instance, right? The easiest way, if you've got an event bar for the instant, and this is the best way I could describe this, if you're running an event bar for the day, a Long Island iced tea, the 5 white spirits go together in 1 bottle. You add your sugar to that, so you kind of measure it out, so you know, like it's half a shot of each white spirit. So you rum, vodka, tequila, triple sec, and gin. So you've got your 5 white spirits in there. 15 ml of each, 15 ml of sugar syrup traditionally. You add all that in together, equal amounts, fill up a bottle, and then all you've literally got to do is like 2.5 shots of that, a shot of lime juice or lemon juice probably, add to that, and Coke, job done. You know, so anything like that, your sugar syrups, your bitters can go into that as well if you're doing those sort of cocktails. We've when we're doing big events, and I'm going back like quite a few years now, but when it comes to like old fashions, rum fashions and all that sort of stuff, you can do your sugar, your rum and your bitters batch together. So all you've literally got to do is pour out, I don't know, say like 2.5, 3 shots, whatever ratio you've got, into a glass, stir it down with ice, job done. It's not 3 ingredients, it's just 1 bottle, bosh, off you go. Event bartending is all about that. All right, so yeah, event bartending is no different from you having a party at home. It's that simple. Right. So that's answered that question for Karen. Barney me had 5 different versions of Diplo. Right, probably less sugar in Mr. Black's coffee. Mandy, good bants, man. Actually, no, because the legal. So right, we'll talk. Right, let's get on to Diplomatico. It's like I'll ignore the other questions for a couple of seconds. Let's just talk Diplomatico for a second. Right, Mandy, I like the banter, but you're slightly wrong on that because for the word liqueur under EU law, the word liqueur, you have to have a bare minimum of 100 grams of sugar per litre for the word liqueur to be added to the bottle. So we know there's 100 grams of sugar in there. But if we're tasting that, then Kahlua easily double, treble that. You know, that's the sort of thing. You know, to put that into context with Diplomatico, it has to be roughly around 30 to 35. Some people claim 38 to 40. But, you know, you can get upset about it, you can get uptight about it, but there's a reason it's a huge seller. You know, you can't, it's like Captain Morgan's. People won't moan and whinge about Captain Morgan's. There's a reason why they're some of the biggest rums in the world, because they taste pretty good to the average consumer. And that's all you're worried about. And that's all I'm worried about. I'm not interested in talking to rum geeks or anything like that. We're interested in all rums under 50 quid. Where does that stand? So, yeah. Right. I want to get Tyler. Stay tuned. We'll come back to that in a moment. Otherwise, I'll completely sidetrack away from Diplomatico. But yes, we will answer that in a bit. Right. Trevor's on the old tasting. This is what I want to get out. So Rum X, Oliver. Hello, Oliver. I've got a funny feeling Oliver has, he may not have done. It's just the way they did it. It's coming up on the Rumcast. So Rum X may be on the Rumcast. It was like a very cryptic story share from Rumcast the other day. Rumcast, a banging podcast that you need to listen to as well. So let's do a search. Searchy. No doubt Henry's already reviewed this. Right, Diplomatico Reserva Exclusiva. So 495 reviews on this thing so far. I'm just going to go in and do the old magical tasting. So let's do the old colour. I reckon this has got to be quite a dark brown on this. Brown sherry? Old oak. So for those of you, I keep showing that every week. For all the newbies coming, that's what the Rum X looks like. Can you see that? It's got a whole colour. So we kind of gauge the colour on there. So I'm going old oak. I'm going for that as a colour. I like that. Right. So what do we get on the old nose? Trevor's coming here. Trevor, thank you for that. I needed a little pep in the right direction. Right. Trevor's nose. So Trevor's been off the booze apart from one night for 3 months. So Trevor's nose should be bang on it here. So definitely toffee. Definitely Christmas. Like a sort of Christmas cake. Sorry, I didn't mean Christmas. Christmas cake, like fruit cake vibes. The only time I have fruit cake really is at Christmas, isn't it? When you want it. That's it. My local coffee shop's got some banging fruit cake on at the moment, but it's Christmas cake, isn't it? Fruit cake is Christmas cake. Toffee, definitely toffee is coming out of me there. Henry L's just sent me. I've got Instagram notifications on. What's Henry sent me? Henry sent me a photo. Oh, hello. What's this? Oh, is that the... That's not the... Oh, I've got to share this while we're on here. Cheers, Henry. Come on. Bloody Instagram. Hang on, I might be able to pinch it. This is... I'll have a read of the other comments properly, but can we... Oh, I might be able... Oh, no, I don't want to... There we go. Just in case Henry's said something private. That is the Hamden Aged Calvados. Nice. I have to look out for that. Right, I'll read your comments in a bit. Let's just get back to the old tasting this. Right. So, toffee, fruitcake, bit of chocolate, bit of banana on there. I'm going to have to punch these in. Right, let's go. Let's press that. Oh, no one's put toffee. A lot of people have put caramel. I've gone toffee. Okay. So, other people have spelt vanilla, caramel, sweet, raisin, dried fruit, fruity, honey. Honey? Yeah, maybe. Caramelised orange, alcoholic, banana, sugar, cocoa, butterscotch. Butterscotch, that's probably more me. I want to put toffee. I can't be the only one that puts toffee though. I can't put toffee if no one else has put toffee. I'll click butterscotch. Butterscotch for me would be closer to toffee. I don't think that's caramel. Loads of people have put vanilla. I'm not sure I get the vanilla. Definitely get banana. I'm going to hit that. No one's put fruit cake, so I'll have to go fruity. Dried fruit. There must be a dried fruit. Yeah, dried fruit. There we go. And I do get sort of chocolate. So that's going to have to be the cocoa that I'm pressing there. Tropical fruits? No. Raisin, well, that would be the dried fruit for me. Sweet. It does smell sweet. I will click the sweet button. But vanilla and caramel, I'll be honest, I'm not getting vanilla and caramel. I mean, that Diplo, the Don Papa, unmistakable vanilla. That is just vanilla through and through. When it comes to that, I don't get vanilla at all on the old Diplo. But I have got a little bit of a cold. I don't know. I reserve judgment on that. But not getting tropical fruits. Honey is an interesting one. It's like chocolate toffee. Is that a thing? Chocolate toffee? Toffee chocolate? Right, we'll do that. So, right. So if I was giving it, if I was giving this a score of sweetness, I would have to go. It doesn't actually smell as sweet as the Don Papa, to be fair. So, I said in that Don Papa video that I was giving it a 4 because I knew full well there was a couple of rums coming that I would score a 5. I might have to take that back. In fact, I will take that back because that doesn't smell nowhere near as sweet as Don Papa. And I know that'll be the fake vanilla. But I would actually give that a 3 on the sweetness. It smells sweet, but it doesn't smell as sweet as Don Papa. So Don Papa might have to be the 5. Might have to be a revised 5. Anyway, fruit. Because of dried fruit, and because of that Christmas cake, I'm going 3. Floral? No, nothing. Let's not even get anything. Spices. I'm going to go... I think 2's too high for spices. I'm going 2. 6 out of 10. Sorry, 2. So 4 out of 10. 4 out of 10 I think is about right. 2 out of 5. For spices. I'm happy with that. Woody. I don't really get too much woody note off that at all. I know the guys have already tasted this as well. And I haven't seen this. I could just see the... all I'm looking at is the Windy's going, God, this is sweet. So, you know, I know you guys are way ahead of me. Woody... I'm going to give it a token 1. I'm not even convinced I should be doing that, to be fair. Roasted, nothing. Rounded... 1 on there. Right. Taste. Let's have the old taste. That's that. That's what we're tasting. Right, taste. Palate is refreshed after the coffee. Holy hell. I've got to do it. I've got to do it, Windy. I've got to do it. Is it? Windy. I don't think your Harvey's Bristol Cream is as sweet as Diplo. There ain't much in it. I don't know. I might have to visit that on another day. I don't think there's much in it, but I actually think Diplo might be sweeter than Windy's Harvey's Bristol Cream. Sorry, Dos Madeiros 5+5, for those of you that are not up with the banter. Right. Still got that distortion in my ear. How do I stop distortion in my ear? Right, Let's get on and taste it. It's not as sweet as Don Papa. I'll give it that. It's not as sweet, even though I think it's got more sugar in it than Don Papa actually has. But look, let's be brutally honest about it. It does taste good. It tastes nice. The only problem is when you are used to drinking most of the other rums that are behind me, this becomes too sweet. If you're not used to sipping any of that lot neat, then that is perfectly fine. That is a really, really nice, banging, but it hasn't got the rum characteristics. Let's be honest, it hasn't got all those sort of the barrel aging and all that kind of thing going on. It's rum. It's a sweetened rum. But, you know, most of the stuff, like I would say, I don't know, ignoring the plantation, so these shelves down here, I think I'm right in saying these shelves down here, with the exception of about 5 or 6 rums, most of them are under 10 grams of sugar. There's a few sort of, like the Abuelo's got a bit more sugar added to it. Yes, there's a few potentials, but that's the only downside to it. When you are used to drinking those rums, this is really sweet. If you're not used to sipping those rums neat, this isn't. This is a glorious rum. It just hasn't got the depth of flavour. For a sweet, thick rum, it's quite thin. That's something I hadn't noticed before. It's actually quite a thin rum. I don't think I could really give you much knowledge about this, to be honest. What have I got? Venezuela, sorry. This is it, right, and I know you'll probably get this cheaper on supermarket offers, but Master of Malt, your price, £41, $40.95. Venezuelan rum, Venezuelan, we obviously know for Pampero, the little leather bag up there. Can't think of any other Venezuelan rums, to be fair. Pampero is the one on there. So to picture where Venezuela is, just for those of you that are not that good at geography, Venezuela, if I've got this right, Jesus, is South America, 100%. Is in between Guyana. So if you're looking at a map, it's in between Guyana on its right-hand side, Colombia on the left-hand side. But the whole point to that is, the thing I was going to say, the closest Caribbean island to it is Trinidad and Tobago. Trinidad is literally right off the coast of Venezuela. It's literally right there. So when you're looking at the terroir and styles of rum, you know, that's kind of, all right, it hasn't got the Guyanan River, the Demerara River in there, but that's kind of the geographical, the terroir and all that you kind of look at with Venezuela. I think it would border Brazil, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think there's another country in between Venezuela and Brazil. I think it's quite a big country, if I'm right. So, but I don't know where the distillery is, whether it's coastal, whether it's quite a way inland. But I'm pretty sure it's Colombia and Guyana, neighbours. Right, let's get on to the old tasting notes, and I'll go back through these comments in a minute. I get chocolate. Fruit cake is sort of still there. No tropical fruit. It's not toffee. The finish I'm kind of getting is like burnt, or what's the word? Or caramelised, burnt caramel. I'll come back through his comment. I can see a lot of comments piping up in here now. I'm not sure I'd pick anything else up. It's a really thin, one-dimensional rum, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm not being geeky or egotistical or whatever about it. I just don't pick anything. There's no different layers taking me off in different directions. What this rum is essentially a blend of rums. We don't know. There's no age statement on it. Diplo themselves say a blend of up to 12-year rums. So yes, there'll be a 12-year-old in there, but we don't know the percentages. It might be 3-year-old. It might be 60% 3-year-old with a touch of 8-year-old and a touch of 12-year-old in there. We just don't know. But it's really thin. I hadn't really contemplated that before. It's really thin. If I didn't know better, I would say, and I think this has got pot still in it, but I think I would just go, that's a sweetened column still rum. Really light column still rum, just with a lot of sugar. But I'm just struggling to pick out any characters. It's just short finish. You know, there's nothing sort of clinging to my throat or anything. As an entry-level rum, you know, for people that are just getting into rum, that's a cracker. It really is. It's probably quite expensive if you're looking at getting into rum when you could do something like Bacardi 8 at a good £10 less. The Santiago's a good half the price. That's 20 quid at the moment. The Santiago 8-year-old in Tesco's is 20 quid. Get 2 of those bottles for the price of that. And that's the point. That's where I don't think it does itself any justice. I think it's the price. I think if they brought the price down a hell of a lot, it would get more respect because it's not trying to be a premium sipping rum. I think that's the big deal with it. I think it's a £25 rum. I genuinely do. Put it out at 25 quid and you get absolutely no complaints on that at all. It's decent, it's sippable, it's quite sweet. It's not going to put anyone off, you know. That's the best thing, that's the best way I can describe it, you know. Right, let's go through it. So sweet, I've got to put sweet. Vanilla, I'm still not getting the vanilla. Brown sugar I will tick. Fruity, chocolate, definitely chocolate. Fudge. It's what other people have got, by the way. Creamy. I'm not putting creamy because it's not creamy. It's just thick because of sugar. Creamy is that when you drink some of those white rums. Some of those white rums have got a real nice creaminess to them. This is not creamy in that sense. This is just thick because of sugar. Fudge. I quite like the fudge. I'm going to click the fudge. Barrel. See, I don't even get barrel. Mind you, 10 people have put barrel out of 400 and some odd tastings. So, yeah. Right. I'm good. So, sweetness. It's got to be a 4. I've got to put the Dom Papa up to 5. But this has to be a 4. So, fruit. 2. There's a little bit of something on my lip. It's not dried fruit, like maybe a bit of tropical fruit on my lip. On my, my lip, not my tongue, top lip. Floral, nothing. Spices, token 1. Woody, token 1. Roasted, nothing. Round, 1. I don't think it's rounded. It's just, it's one-dimensional for me. Right, finish. Sweet, caramel, banana, raisin, woody, dark chocolate, cocoa, mild, peppery, no. Barrel, cinnamon, no. Warm, chocolate, definitely chocolate on the finish. Yeah, I'm struggling with everything else, but it's short. It's a very short finish, very short. So, scores. What would I score? Right, before I give this a score out of 100, I just want to get, I'm going to go, I just need to see what the thing is. I'm going to go in the pleasant, so I'm going to go in the 60 to 69 category. I'm going to go in the pleasants. I think that's, and I'll do this, but I just want to see what other people have, the guys that are going for it. So I know there's a lot of banter here. Right. I get spice on the tongue. Windy gets diabetes. Lee can't join. He's got 2 bars of lid instead. See, I knew the banter would come out at this point. You need to, if you don't understand, if you're watching this and don't understand the in-jokes, you need to come into the Discord because you will get that. Right, 5+5 is much smoother than Diplo. Yep. Well, Trevor, I think we need to clarify that. Because, and I just mean that, and I forget who it is. Who flipping hell, who is it that always asks, is the rum smooth? I'm so sorry, because you ask it in virtually every video. Jesus, who is that? I'm so sorry. It's not TF Tom. I'm sure it's not. What someone says, is the rum smooth? And I know exactly what they mean by that, because for them, right, it will come to me. I can't think who it is. This is smooth for you. This probably wouldn't be, because this is more rum than what this is. So, you know, I know what Trevor's meaning by smooth. I completely and utterly get that. But I also know what the spiced rum and the novices, the new people to rum are talking about as well. And for them, this is going to be incredibly smooth. But that's just because of the amount of sugar that is added. All right, so yeah, we kind of there. Right, legs for days. Right, just whizzing through these. Lee's has got none left. Bristol cream. I'm obsessed with the Scott's on the ED12. Yeah. That's the one, the black. Right, Leggy Tom. Yeah, zero complexity. Spicy notes with chocolate are it. There's no levels to this. Great for someone coming in from spiced. 100% agree with that. I think I've said it, but, you know, I understand. I completely understand why it's such a big seller. What I don't understand, and it's just marketing and the look of the bottle, I don't understand why it's £40. That is my thing. For me, that's £25 at best. Let's put this in. Look, for all the rum people, for all the out-and-out rum lovers, and this is the one I break out all the time. Let's put this into context, right? 40 quid, 26, 28 quid in the UK. That is just bonkers. It's just so stupid to try and comprehend that. That is, I was going to say 10 times. That is 25 times better, at least, than what that is as a rum. At least. But the one thing I feel sorry for the people that are just getting into rum that have spent 40 quid on that, because they will love it, and I know they're absolutely going to love it. But when they go further down the rum journey, they'll be thinking, well, hang on a minute, how is that 40 quid when something like that is 26, 28 quid? Because Appleton 8-year-old is just insane quality for the money. It should, Appleton 8-year-old should be a lot more expensive than what it is. It's just a great rum. Right. It's like taking burnt sugar and drizzling it over dark chocolate. Clove. I don't get clove off it. I'm just coming off a cold though. I haven't got nostrils, so right. I think Neil's are some. I'm having a battle with the ED12 and Appleton 12 Estate. Oh, that's a good chat for me. So I had this chat earlier in the Discord, or maybe yesterday. I've completely lost track of time now. Eldorado 12 versus Appleton 12. I used to absolutely adore Appleton 12-year-old. Sorry, Eldorado 12-year-old. Absolutely adore it. But I think as I've gone in further down this rum journey, I'm really loving. I love Appleton. So Appleton 12 versus Eldorado 12. For me, it's Appleton 12 all day long. I love Dawley's 12. Dawley's 14-year-old. Oh my God, that is so good. So good. Dawley's 14 might just, yes, it's slightly more expensive than the 50 quid. But a Dawley's 14, oh dear God, that's insane. That is so good. So yeah, what I was going to say, the actual, this is the old bottle, but it's Santiago 11-year-old, the Cuban 11-year-old, which will look slightly, it will look like bottles like that these days. But Santiago 11 is a great rum as well. So yeah, I've kind of moved away from El Dorado 12. It's a great rum, but for me that would be the Appleton 12. But I would then actually go Dawley's 14. I'm thinking I'll change my mind every week at the moment. Right, Trevor nailed it. Evening all. Ah, Big G's in the house. Big G, you've missed out on all the banter. Steve, it's a 20 at best. Great. It says 60. Sugar tax. Right, I've caught up with the comments. I think crack the plantation XO. Exactly that, Steve. It was my step up in price. Apparently quality to someone new to sipping. Steve said something. I've completely lost it. AB Gold. Yeah, I've got the AB Gold here as well from Steve. I might do that. Is it next week? I don't actually know what AB Gold is, to be fair. I've seen it, but I've just paid no attention to what AB Gold is before. So, Havana Steve, I'm sure you said something else. I completely can't see it now. Sometimes it's just nice to have a simple measure. Requires no thought. No, there was something else. Steve, I'm really, really sorry, but I've lost your... There was something I was going to reply to, and I can't see it. I don't know. Right. Henry... Ah, see, yeah, class strength Havana. Right, there we go. Right, ED12 every day over Appleton 12. Interesting. Really, that's interesting. Oh, this is Wendy's sherry, isn't it? Do you know what? I don't want to be the rum slob. I don't want to be Geraint. I get way more... I never thought I'd say this. I'm just having banter with Windy because it's actually quite nice. There is way more complexity and way more rum and way more diverseness in the Dos Madeiras 5+5. I don't know what the price is, actually. I've lost track of the price compared to the Diplo. Similar sweetnesses. Less sweetness in the 5+5. Definitely less sweetness. Definitely more rum forward. There are other rums that I could compare Diplo to. But, for instance, I've never ever tasted this yet. And that's a Solera aged. I can't even say it properly. Sierra. It's Colombian, anyways. Neighbouring Venezuela. So neighbouring Diplo. I can't say it. I've got a cold. Sierra. So that'll come out to play another week. So I'm not going to be a grumpy like Big Welsh G. I'm going to give it a pleasant because I'm being open and honest. It's pleasant. It's quite easy going. It's quite nice. There's nothing complex about it. It's not a 20 by any stretch of the imagination, and don't let any rum geek tell you it is a 20 because it's not. It is way better than that. But it's not a good rum either. It's not a very good rum, and it's not an excellent rum. I understand why people will think that, but once you've tasted even 5 or 6 of these, you will know that that's just lacking in complexity. So I'm going to give it 60. I'm going to go 65, right in the middle. 65. 65, that's a bit high. 62. 62, pleasant. That's what I'm going to give it. And I'm going to lock that in. Save. Right. So, I just want to show you. I was going to screen share, but it'll just, the laptop will just sort of there. I'm just going to show you the ratings. Right. So, this is the, what's it called? Rating distribution. As you can see, look, you can see there's some absolute numpties down there that have scored it 0 and 10. A few rum geeks have been in and drunk it and given it 30s, 40s. You have to say, look, I mean, I gave it in the 60s. So there's 78 people like me in the 60s. But the overwhelming majority are 70s, 80s and 90s. But we know from that, we know the market. We 100% know the market for that. So we know why it's scored that. I can't fault it. It's not a terrible rum. Like, what's Nort? I can't think. Nort is no. I can't see it without sort of changing my score now. I think Nort is like something wrong with it, whatever the word is, and then 0 to 10 is like poor or undrinkable or something like that. It's none of those. It's drinkable. It's inoffensive. After you've had a few rums and you've gone down your journey, you're just never going to come back to it because it's too sweet. That's all it is. Right. I think I need to mute myself again. I'm really, really sorry. How do I do this? Right, I can breathe again. I'm really sorry. You don't want to hear me blowing my nose. Right. So, I can hear again. And what I was going to say, Diplomatico. So I completely forgot about this. Let's just do this so I can just see. Just for 2 seconds. It's just for the timestamps when I come in to do them later, so people can come back and watch. Right, let's go back. Diplomatico. For those of you, I got halfway into this before I was rudely interrupted. Diplomatico have got 3 different ranges of rums. They've got the traditional range, which is the Platino, the Mantuano, the exclusive Reserva Exclusiva, and the Seleccion de Familia. And then I forget what they're called now. The Prestige range and the Distillery collection. So I would actually kind of love to taste some of those. Because they will be, I'm assuming, unsweetened. They will be proper, they're quite expensive as well. So proper examples of what Venezuelan rum could actually be. So I'd like to try them. I will probably try them because there's nothing in that says to me, oh, I'm going to avoid Venezuelan rum. It's just a bit sweet. Now, so moving swiftly on to the old, there's something else I couldn't get my head around. Sorry, I've just seen the notes here that I made. 3 distillation methods involved in the production of this, and yet they wouldn't clarify what the 3 are. So whether that meant pot, column, and something else, or whether it meant something completely different, I don't know. Who knows? But that's that. So we put that. So now we've got the old, this one, Diplomatico Seleccion de Familia. I keep wanting to say the Seleccion de Maestro. I've just got used to saying that now for the old Havana, which will come out in another week. I'm still going to call that Cuban barrel proof because that's what it is. Yeah, so we've got this. Right. I'm just going to do this. Let's just catch up with the comments again. Yorkshire. Oh yeah, this is the Yorkshire rum, isn't it? Yes, this is the Yorkshire rum. TF Tom, that's the one. Yes. 5 plus. Oh, 5 plus 40 quid for 5 plus 5. To be fair, 40. I still think that's overpriced, but if that's 40 quid, then the 5 plus 5 has got to be 40 quid. You know, it's got to be worth 40 quid if people are paying that. That's what I'm saying. Some numpty on here gave it 20. Right. Inedible. Chris. Right. Bigger Q. Rum is subjective. You may find it too sweet, but others won't. I personally love the rum. It's a great sipping rum. Yes. Bigger Q. 100% with you. It's what we try and sort of get through to people. It's stupidly expensive at 40. Oh yeah, Trevor. So Trevor's got the Cubate and Yeho, which I sent to him, which is the Añejo. Oh, hang on, Yan. Where are we going up? I think that's the 5-year-old because that's a 4-year-old, the Suave. think it's 5. I don't think it's 7. I think it's 5, Trevor. I think. Might be 7. I don't know. Right. So. Love Diplomatico. Hello, Bakes. Bakes, where are you? The distiller. Oh, Geraint. See, this is why we let Geraint hang out with us. You know, he's a rum geek at heart, but we kind of let him come out to play with us because he's got quite a bit of knowledge. We're training him. We're taking a geek out of him just slightly, day by day. We're taming him. He's like a wild beast that we're kind of like bringing into our fold. So Geraint is coming. The distillery collection is actually way better. And if you want a good Venezuelan rum under 50 quid, it's got to be Santa Teresa. Santa Teresa's Solera though, isn't it? And that's not a bad thing. I'm not saying Solera is a bad thing, but I'm sure Santa Teresa's Solera rum has to be. Sure it is. These are actually blended rums. And he's gonna say something here because I'm not overly convinced of my knowledge of that, but I swear Diplomatico's are blended and Santa Teresa's Solera. I swear it is. Don't know. Bakes is from St Helens. Oh, I used to support St Helens. So I used to be a Liverpool season ticket holder, and so the rugby, the Super League, rugby league used to be on the Sundays. If I was up there on Saturday, we used to stay up and watch St Helens on the Sunday doing rugby league. Oh, St Helens. I used to love St Helens. Right. I don't follow rugby. I don't follow much sport now, to be fair, these days. Right. I think I've caught up with their Tanner. Oh, I can't say that. Vieth. If you're German, I pronounce the E, don't I? Or Austrian. So Vieth. Tanner Vieth. Is that right? Right. This is my first time ever tasting, smelling, seeing this in real life. Pop. What can I tell you about this? So, the knowledge I had of this before I did the research is shocked me. So this is just under 50 quid, 49.95 Master of Malt price this. Rumex has this unsweetened. I can clarify that this has got some additives in it because there is no way in the world that this is unsweetened. However, we shall find out. What I thought this rum was, because again on the website there's not too much knowledge. The way it sounded on the website, that this is just the stripped back sugar version of that. The way it sounds is it's similar rums, up to 12-year-old rums, similar blends. The way it sounds is it's just not as much sugar added to this as what there is this. But I've been led to believe by a couple of other blogs that I've read that it's actually completely different. So I'm looking forward to it. I can't smell it at the moment. I'm free, sinus free, but I can't smell it. Right. Tanner, I agree. Which is your favourite Florida Cana? We're dragging Geraint. Yeah, we're dragging Geraint up to our level. At the moment, Geraint's sort of way down there. We're sort of gradually bringing him up to our level. You know, we're inclusive. If we find geeks and snobs, we're inclusive. We get them from like the trenches and we bring them up. You know, because we're a collective. We're a fun rum community. Right. This dragon bakes. I jumped on a few weeks ago. Your average 35, 50s. Well done. Thank you for growing my channel. Awesome. Thank you. My record is actually 70, 76 on at any one time. What people don't understand about the live. So I can see the numbers are at 52 at the moment, right? What people don't understand is that when I look at the figures, there will probably be, if that's that, there'll probably be close to 300 people that have tuned in during the live show. Some will have tuned in for a minute, some will have tuned in for 2 hours, but what you're seeing is at any one time. But for the live stream, you know, I might have had 250 people flick on for 5 minutes, say, and then just disappear. So the reach is there. It's just obviously they're just not interested in watching and hanging out. I think Geraint puts him off with his rum chat. Right. Base. Trevor, Añejo 5 is super light, thin, but nice, sweet. Yeah, see, so basically, I sent Trevor, because Trevor's been an absolute legend to me. I don't mean the membership community, but, you know, supporting me for quite a few years now, 2 years, probably. So I sent Trevor a big box of a lot of rums. So he's got a lot of rums to work through. So Trevor at the moment is tasting the Cubé, and yes, I know they're Cuban. I know they're 38% ABV. I knew they're light, but they are a lighter column still, and I kind of like them. They're inoffensive, really easygoing, decent rums. So yes, that's what Trevor's drinking at the moment. And all that. I tried to send him stuff that I knew he definitely wouldn't be able to get in Canada. So hopefully he'll, you know, get through. I've sent him some spiced rum as well. Don't get me wrong, some flavoured stuff that he's going to hate. But I just wanted him to be able to taste it to let him know what the spiced rums are or flavoured rums are like in the UK. So I love Cubé, but I think my whole rum journey has gone from those really rich Demerara vibes, what I was in 2 or 3 years ago, to that sort of lighter, fruitier column still. But that said, I've not given Barbados much love, and drinking the range of Dawleys from the 47% 3-year-old up through to the 14-year-old, I was like, wow, they are really good. Hence why the Mount Gay Black Barrel is here now, unopened. That'll come out in a future video. Because I want to give Barbados some love, and I've really not. So, yeah. Anyway, back to this rum. Oh, Tim's in the house now. Hello, Tim. Right, I could go elsewhere. No, you can't. Nowhere else would have you. Trevor keeps threatening that, and he keeps coming back. Right, we love you. To be fair, I would love... I'll chat to you, Grant, because I reckon you've got quite a bit of knowledge about agricole, and I want someone to come on and educate about agricole rum, like can speak with it in authority. I think that I kind of think we need to do an agricole cane juice night. That's what we need to do. Right, Jesus, chocolate on this. Hoo-hoo. So. Is this, so where have we got? 43% ABV, 40% ABV. The colour. You can't quite see that, but I think that is slightly darker in colour. I've got to taste this. 64 reviews this has had so far. There was a question about spiced rums, which I'll come back to. Daryl M. Which is the sweetest rum? I think rum, even though that's technically legally not a rum, I think the sweetest rum that we would class it as rum with no flavourings added to it, bearing in mind Dom Papa is vanilla, so it has to go down as a flavoured rum. I think the sweetest rum on the market is Diplomatico. I think it is. I can't think of any other rums that are actually sweeter than that. I might be wrong. Don't know. Might be wrong with that. I can't think of any at the top of my head. Right. Whoa, this is really chocolatey. And it's like, bam, what's that? It's like it's not coffee. It's something. Tiramisu. Oh, it's coffee. Tiramisu. That's what that reminds me of. I get reminded of tiramisu. The Familia is a really good sipper. Okay, interesting. Right, let's click taste it button. So let's give it a colour. Oh, I'm getting all snotty again. Sorry. Colour. I gave the other one Old Oak. I'm going to have to go brown sherry for this one in colour. Brown sherry. Right. Why is that smell? It's tiramisu, but there's another smell, and I can't pick it. And I'm looking at other people's recommendations, and it's none of those. Someone's put cappuccino. I can't pick what that smell is. I'm going to have to mute myself again. I'm really sorry, because you really don't want to be hearing this. I'm really, really Right, I'm back. You didn't want to hear that. There's a bit of phlegm. Right, that's so, I can't pick what that smell is. It reminds me of something. Perhaps it's a flavoured latte. Perhaps I'm thinking like a hazelnut or a hazelnut latte. Perhaps that's what it is. In fact, I think that's exactly what it is. It's like I've got tiramisu, but there's that does remind me of a hazelnut latte. That's really weird. I'm sorry. That's the most random tasting note you'll ever have. I don't know. Right, okay. So other people, vanilla, woody, caramelised, raisin, red fruits. No, not red fruits. Roasted almonds. Okay. Almond latte? Amaretto latte? No, I'm going hazelnut latte. It's a hazelnut latte. That's what it is. Candied cappuccino, tobacco, sweet, overripe, sugar, pastries. Oh, like an almond croissant maybe. No, it's hazelnut. It's hazelnut. It's a hazelnut latte. I'm not having any of those. Floral ginger. No, I'm not having any of those. I'm going to write hazelnut latte. I'm sorry, Oliver. I'm breaking your app. Hazelnut latte. That's exactly what that is. Latte. No, someone reading this in the future is going to be thinking you're absolutely bonkers. I don't care. It's a hazelnut latte. That's the only tasting note I'm getting off that. Oh, and tiramisu. I've got to add that. Oh my God, how do you spell tiramisu? I've got to add this in. Tiramas. There it is. Good old apple. No, I've lost it now. Tiramisu. There we go. Done. Right. That's the only two tasting notes. Hazelnut latte and tiramisu. That's what I'm getting. Right, fruit. No. I don't get fruit. Floral. No. Spices. Token 1. This is on the smell, by the way. Do I think that's going to be sweet? I don't think that smells any dissimilar in sweetness to the Reserva. So I think it's going to be sweet. I forgot that bit. I would give that a 3, sweetness. Woody. It's slightly more wood notes than that one. Roasted. I'm going to go 1. Rounded. 1 again. So 0 for fruit. I should be giving something, but it's unusual for a rum to have no fruit notes for me. But I don't get anything. 0 fruit, 0 floral, spices 1, woody 1, roasted 1, and what's the last one? Round 1. Yeah, locking that in. Right, taste. Here we go. Wow, I quite like that. Yes, it's sweet. What the Rum X app says no sugar added. That's a lie. There was no way there's no sugar added to that. There has to be. You could just taste it. You could just taste the viscosity. You could taste the sugary of it. Is there as much sugar there is what's in that? No. But there is definitely a healthy amount of sugar in that. So just putting that to one side, it's definitely got additives of some description. We can get rid of that now. We can toss that to one side. It's a sweeter rum. It's not as sweet as that, but it is a sweeter rum. But I quite like it. It's like a spicy, banana-y, caramel, that sort of latte, kind of sweet latte sort of thing comes through. Perhaps it's a caramel latte on taste, because I get like a milky kind of coffee thing going to it. What's other people? It's got the first taste is like this spice right in the tip of the tongue. Cinnamon. Might be cinnamon. I don't know. Right, okay. What's other people put? Right. Vanilla. Vanilla, caramelised, woody, sweet, raisin, spicy, honey, cocoa, agree, candied, coffee, plum, toasted, earthy, caramel, yeah, caramel, oh, caramel, and mild. I'm struggling to agree with the majority of those. Coffee, I'm going to agree with. Plum, no. Absolutely no. I actually quite like that. And I can't pinpoint why. It's sweeter. What's it on par with? How could I describe this? I think it's potentially on par. I haven't got it. I always think I've got it. The Abuelo 12. It's not this. The Abuelo 7 that I've got. Again, even at that level, I think that might be ignoring the Don Papa, because we know that's a flavoured rum. Again, I think this might be the next sweetest rum that I have, but it doesn't come across as overly sweet. I'm at a loss to what to compare that to, sweetness wise. I'm at an absolute loss. What's it say in the back of the bottom? Aromas of vanilla, toffee, red fruits, and oak give a smooth taste and complex, full-bodied rum. Hey, look. If I'm going to have a sweetened rum, I'm going to be drinking that. That's actually really nice. It's a sweetened rum. You know, it's a different vibe to the Dawley's 12, to the Flor de Carne 12, to the Appleton. I get quite... I'm struggling to really explain it. It's got this unique kind of taste that I don't think I've ever tasted before. And I just can't put my finger on what the hell it is. Nothing on here shouts out to me. Vanilla, caramelised, woody, sweet, raisin, spicy, honey, cocoa. That does. Chocolate. Okay. Candied, coffee. I'll go to coffee again, but I still go latte. Plum, toasted, earthy, caramel and mild. None of those, apart from the coffee and the cocoa, I would agree with. There was something so distinctive in there, and I just can't pick what the hell it is. It's got a peppery spice. I would have said cinnamon. I can't believe no one's put a spice in there. That's what's thrown me. There is some sort of spice in there. And it's had, whatever it was, 60 or 70 tastings. No one has put a spice. I'm gonna have to add cinnamon. I'm gonna have to add it. Cinnamon. Cinnamon. Oh, I think I've just clicked cappuccino by mistake. Right, cinnamon. I definitely. I really want to put that latte. It's got this like milky. It's like a cappuccino. A cappuccino would actually be a good shout for that because it's not. It's slightly different to the nose. The taste is slightly different to the nose, but I just can't pinpoint what that flavour is, and it's really kind of. It's really bugging me. That is really nice, actually. Really nice. I'm a big fan of that for a sweetened rum. Big fan of that. In fact, I know it's an extra tenner. But I think more people would enjoy that than they would that. Because there's nothing to that. That's just kind of, okay, nice. But that's like, wow, what's that? I'll score it because I've just had another thought in my head now. There. So sweetness. It's not a 4. So it's not an 8 out of 10. But at the same token, it's not a 6 out of 10. So I'd want to give it a 3.5. So a 7 out of 10. That's what I'd want to give it on sweetness. I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5 though, because it's scored in 5s. So 3 out of 5, 6 out of 10. Yeah. Fruits. 1. Floral, nothing. Spices, 2. There's something there, and I don't know what the hell. I've gone cinnamon. I don't know. Woody. 2, 1. I don't know. That's really confusing me. What that is. I hope it's not the cold. This sort of. I don't think it is. Whether it's just completely changed my perception of what vanilla and caramel is, I don't think it is. I genuinely don't think it is. It's just something sort of distinctive that I can't pick in there. Right, roasted 1, round 2. Right, sweetness 3, fruit 1, floral nothing, spices 2, woody 1, roasted 1, rounded 2. Finish. Medium. Oh, hello. We've got a couple of others piped up here in the finish. Eucalyptus. Diluted. Smoky. Red fruits. I don't know what these red fruits are. Cherry, strawberry, raspberry. What other red fruits are there? It's none of those. Herbal. Bacon. Bacon. Someone's got a throat. Bacon? No. No. Someone's put sherry though. And I get exactly where they're going with that. Intense milk. I cannot believe no one has put a spice down. Right, scores. I'm going good. I don't think it's excellent. I don't think it's very good. So in the 80s. I'm definitely going good. And I'm going 70. I'm going 77. The year I was born. Which makes me 45 this year. Not 46 as I've been thinking for all this year. 77. I'm quite happy with that. Yeah, safe. I'm locking that in. Safe. Right. 65. Oh, it's average 75. Here's the rate. Ah, this is quite interesting. This is the rating distribution. 75 tastings. So I'm in the majority. Look, most people have gone in the 70s. Few people in the 50s, few in the 60s, a few in the 90s. Do you know what I generally see? I can see why people put this in the 90s. I really can. I'm not saying like out and out rum lovers that have been on their rum journey and all that. I'm not saying they're going to score it in the 90s, but I completely see if you're tasting that, if you're an entry level rum lover, and you buy that and you love that, you are going to think this is absolutely amazing, because that compared to that is absolutely amazing. It's not absolutely amazing when we're talking about Dawley's 12 or the Appleton 12 or anything like that. But I'm impressed by that. Yes, slightly sweetened. They can't be the same rums. They can't be. That can't be a slightly stripped back version, a stronger stripped back version of that. It can't be. That has to be a completely different blend. It has to be. Because the flavours on that are just completely different. Right, let's dive back through these comments. There's a lot here to go back through. Where do we get to? Daryl M, if you're still here, I can see that question. Right, that's where we were. Geraint, really good sipper. Right, Methuselah is close when it comes to sweetness. Yeah, Methuselah, I need to go down that. That's a rum I haven't had for a lot of years as well. There was two what I had. It was three, sorry, because I had the white Methuselah. We used to serve the white instead of Havana at one point, 3-year-old. So there's Methuselah, whatever it's called, Platino. There's a Methuselah, and yeah, what I forget what it's called, but then the 15. I don't think the younger one is like a 7 or an age statement. I think it's like a Special or a Reserva or something like that. And Yeho. But yeah, Methuselah 15 was all right, but it's been a lot of years since I've had it. Cocoa nibs, yeah, it's chocolate, but it's just something so... I cannot... It must be the cold, because there's something distinctive on there, and I just cannot pick it, what the hell it is. But cocoa nibs, yeah, I tick chocolate, so... right. When are you opening your bar or a tasting bar? There are plans afoot, we just don't know how we're going to do it yet at the moment. Right, Daryl M, question. New in sipping rum, have a sweet tooth. What would you recommend besides a Diplomatico? I think the video... the video? Was it a video? I'm sure it was a video. Oh, no, I tell you what. I know where it was. Daryl, if you go into the link, it's stevethebarman.com/hello. So stevethebarman.com/hello. The sipping rum guide in there, I think, will be up your street, because it goes from that journey from sweetness. And I haven't included that, I don't think, or have I? I might have done. I have. Jesus. I have. But it kind of takes you on that journey, I think. And there is just so many rums. I could have swapped so many rums in and out of there, but I've kind of gone for the 10 mainstream rums. I think that's a good journey to get you through to understand it. So go and have a look at that. I think that'll be kind of cool. Right. They're all Madeiros 5+5. Bacardi 8, Ron Abuelo 7, good shouts. Hey, Fuzzbuzz! Dos Madeiros is a tiramisu. Too slim, Kirk and Sweeney. Kirk and Sweeney is another brand I need to get into as well. Scott, have you got... we'll just catch up through. Scott, get Daryl into the Discord. That's your job. If you want a sweet rum without sugar, sweetening PX, try the Wagamut PX. Don't know what that is. Go right, Daryl. Left field selections, all been black. Daryl, go check. Oh, there he is, Scott. Go check out stevethebarber.com/hello. Sorry, Scott. I knew you'd be all over it. I'm sorry. Right. Getting into sipping rum. Cheers. Hang on, I don't know what we're talking about here, but I've just seen a comment, Tom, about 38. I'm assuming we were talking about Cuban rum at 30. So a lot of Cuban rums are bottled at or cut back to 38%. It's just this phenomenon they've got going on. Yes, some of the Havanas are 40. I think Havana go for 40 because of the mass market. But from chatting to, I haven't seen him for Ramon. I haven't seen Ramon for a few weeks, and a few other Cubans that I've got piping up in the comments. Chatting to them, 38. Sort of all the rums that they have in Cuba that we never see or have heard of. Most of the rums are 38% because it's their kind of thing, and it's just where they think. So Ramon, if you're watching this back, come back on the live stream. I haven't seen you for ages, or seen you in the comments for ages. Ramon was telling me about distilleries. He's involved with one of the distilleries, I think, but he was telling me about stuff like that. And 38% is kind of like what the Cuban people sort of deem session rum, if you like. It's kind of their go-to. Sorry if that's not true, but that's kind of the sort of loose. Various different chats with a few of the Cuban people, and it's quite intriguing actually. I kind of want to go down the Cuban rabbit hole. I'm kind of intrigued by that. JP message retracted. Okay. Yeah, it goes UK in fast within a month, hard to release. Sorry, I don't know what times these comments were. I haven't got any timestamps on this. I'm catching up with the comments. I'm getting there. Trevor, I need to be on the ball. Hockey game in 3 hours. Might need a nap. Any glue on it? No, there's no glue on it at all. Tomatoes are red fruit. There's no tomato in this, Neil. I'm going to need to come back to that in like 3 or 4 days when I haven't got the cold is nearly gone, but I'm just a little bit sort of snotty at the moment, bunged up in the nose. But I can taste things. I don't think that's affecting it, but it's really bugging me what that is. BLT in the glass. Right. Steve's made that drink on a live, Scott. What's that? BLT in the glass. Yeah, we've done that. Definitely done that. Anne's off. Thanks for watching, Anne. HC is reducing to 37 on some of their bottles here. So this is I think I've got to blame my flipping nose again. Sorry. Havana Club, I've seen in some markets still bottling at 37.5%. In the UK, they are 40s. And Cuban barrel proof. I'm never going to call this Seleccion de Maestros because I can't say it. It's always going to be Cuban barrel proof. Cuban barrel proof is 45. But I have seen labels that have got 37.5 on there. In some markets, I don't know what markets they are. Right. Bingo Ringo. Have you reviewed the Puss's Deptford? No, Steve hasn't sent me a bottle. And to be fair, I think it's going to be slightly over the £50 mark anyway. And I'm not kind of sure what's going on to it. It kind of got released and then didn't get released. And obviously, there's the whole waiting game going on as well because Blacktop will have their... Blacktop will have their rum as well. Bearing in mind, it's Blacktop Day on the 31st of July. Is it 31 days in July? Yeah, 31 days in July. Blacktop Day. So there will be a Blacktop coming out. And I don't know whether it's a waiting game. I don't know whether it's a little bit of cat and mouse. I don't know what's going on. But the Deptford sort of got released, then didn't get released, and then I don't know. I generally don't know. I kind of want to try them. But for the sakes of this channel, we are trying to stick to £50 rums and under on this channel. So, I don't know. I don't know with that. Bingo Ringo. I have a bottle, but haven't tried. Have you? Question. Hello, David. If you had to choose between Pusser's 151 or the OFTD, OFTD. I still haven't replenished that yet. And it's a simple fact. It's a simple reason behind this. If I had to choose, I'm not saying Pusser's 151 is bad. In fact, I really, really like Pusser's 151. But Pusser's is just the Guyanan rum. That's all it is. The OFTD brings together all those different kind of layers and flavours. The Jamaica, the Barbados, the Guyana in there. Yes, it's a lower ABV than the 151, but the all-round complexity and the all-round wow factor that the OFTD brings to cocktails and mixed drinks, it has to be that for me. It just has to be. You sip it neat, it's a stunning rum. You sip that neat, and it's a great overproof rum. It really is. But that adds, it just adds something fun to cocktails. It adds something fun to a rum and coke. It's just a great rum, the OFTD. But that's not to put anyone off the 151, the Pusser's 151, because that is a great overproof rum. It's just that all-round Guyanan rum, essentially. I'm pretty sure it's not a blend. Yeah, it's product of Guyana. So it's just, I'm sure it's just Guyana. I'm sure it's just El Dorado. It's got a Port Morant in there though, so you've got those sort of the wooden pot still cask notes in there. I'm sure it's just there. So yeah, I would go OFTD personally. I know many people that will go the other way, but that's just me personally. We have to use them at 40%. Now some bottles are going down to 37, cheaper ones. What's the crack with Black Tot Day? Did it do specialty? Yeah, so it's, sorry, I've still got this distortion. I can't think of it any other way. It's like this earwax thing. It's like distortion vibrating in my ear at the moment. So there was no point in doing it. Black Tot have done it for what, the last 4 years? I can't think what edition they're on at the moment. The commemorative edition. Black Tot have... It's a lot of votes on it. See, this is the thing. This is what I'm saying. So we've got 49 people on, and we've had nearly 80 votes. So you can see how many people sort of come in and go and dip out, come in and dip out. So nearly 80 votes in the Diplomatico thing. I'm going to keep that running up there. I do need to. I'm sorry. I've got to mute you again for 2 seconds. I'll come back. Hang on. There we go. Sorry, it's really disgusting, but it's just right at the back of my throat at the moment. Right. It's cleared the sinuses for a couple of seconds. So, obviously, rum's not been a major deal in the grand scheme of things for until the last sort of 3, 4, 5 years. So no one's really commemorated it too much, except for Pussers. Black Tot came on the scenes, did their release. Black Tot do a commemorative release now most years, a different blend. But the Black Tot story is interesting. I don't know too much about the Pussers release, but the Pussers has been specially blended for this year. I know that. But what Black Tot are doing, Black Tot are basically... Oh, I don't want to do this a disservice. I think I can nail this. I think I can get it right. What Black Tot are doing, they're releasing a rum every year, a blend every year, but they're keeping a certain amount back for the following year. So that will then get blended again into the following year, and on and on and on. So when we get 10 years down the line, it's a blend of all 10 previous years in plus other stuff. So that's Black Tot's angle. I think I've got that right. Sorry, Mitch, if I haven't. I'm pretty sure I've got that right. So they're basically keeping a select back, like 10, 15% back in a barrel every time to then reblend with the next year's rum. So that's Black Tot's angle. Puss's angle is just, this is a special release just for this year. To do that. So comparison wise, they're going to be completely different because Puss is just Guyanan. Black Tot is, I was going to try and say it without kind of, Black Tot is essentially what we know as a Navy rum. It's a blend of rums, different islands, different. That's what Navy rums traditionally are known for. So Guyanan, Barbados, Jamaica, Black Tot, if you go to the website for this one, they will even tell you, I'm not sure when it's on here actually. No, it's not, but if you go to the website, they'll tell you the exact percentage of each rum that's gone into this bottle and on the other bottles. So yeah, Barbados, Guyana, Jamaica. So that's the difference with the Black Tot commemorative. I think it's called commemorative label, the thing, but that's why it's so expensive. So they're essentially keeping back every year a blend of that year to then reblend into the following year. So you can imagine that 10 years from now, 25 years from now, you know, can you imagine 25 years from now, we've got a blend of the 2000 rum and then a blend of the the 2020 rum and then the 2021. So it's kind of a cool little angle what Black Tot are doing there. Really like that angle. Right, Steve, I think they're sorted with their... Yeah, 40th anniversary. Black Tot started with 40. They can't have started with 40. Really? Black Tot started in 2010? Did they? If Black Tot started in 2010, no, I'm in fact no, I'm not having that, Big G. I'm sorry, I'll trust you on a lot of things. I'm not having that. They had to have started on their 50th anniversary. They had to have done. There's no way Black Tot was out in 2010. No. I'm backing myself there. 100% backing myself there. Let's have it. It's not often I back myself. There's no way Black Tot was out in 2010. No way. No, I'm backing myself. I'm confident. I'm backing myself. Black Tot, they must have started. There's no point. It had to be the 50th anniversary. It had to have been. It had to have been 2020. It had to have been. I'm backing myself. Right. Right, Claire. Trevor, that's exactly right. Yes. Well, I'm telling you what, it's exactly right. So the blends. It's something like that. Yeah. Mark's having a painkiller. Now in the hot tube. Tanner. If I could only choose one rum behind for the rest of the year. One rum. Oh my God, Tanner. Tanner, I'll answer. You have to tell me where you are though, Tanner. You tell me where you are in the world and then that'll give me time to think. One rum. Sorry, the live stream hasn't frozen. Holy hell. I was going to go Appleton 8, but I thought I don't like daiquiris with that, so that's out. So it has to be a daiquiri rum. I do have the occasional rum and coke now, but I also have rum and ginger. So in the white rums I don't like with rum and ginger. Oh my God, this is tough. I want a daiquiri. I want a lightly aged column still daiquiri rum. That's what I want. Sugar, this is hard. This is really hard. Oh my God, one rum. Something I can sip neat, but something that will equally go in daiquiris. Did he say sip? What did Tanner say? Tanner's in the US. Right, okay. I'm sure he said, right, if you could only use one rum behind the bar for the rest of the year, which is the bottle. So it has to be neat, and it has to be daiquiris, and it has to be Coke, and it has to be ginger. Holy hell, that's a hard question. I think I've got it. I think I've actually got it. Hang on. Oh my God, this is hard. I'm naturally wanting to go for white rum because of daiquiris, but I don't like white rums with ginger, and I kind of like ginger ale. I really do. I'm not worried about cocktails. I'm not worried about, I could leave them, but I want a daiquiri, I want neat, and I want a rum and Coke, and I want a rum and ginger. Wow. I think... Oh, I've got a caveat here. Because, right, so, potentially, bearing in mind I've only had a sip of it at Rumfest, and I really wanted the bottle, and I mentioned it earlier in the stream, potentially, it would be the Dawley's 3-year-old 47%er. This is just the 40%er. The 47%er tasted so different, and oh my God, was good. So it's potentially that. Dawley's 47. But I think it has to be the Cube Añejo Suave. The sherry finished Cuban rum, 4-year-old, lightly aged, light enough to go in a daiquiri, not moody enough to kill a daiquiri. Really nice as a rum and Coke. For me, does actually work quite nicely as a rum and ginger. And I really like that neat as well. I think it's that. But the Dawley's 47%er might be a potential. That might go. That 47. This is the 40. This is the 40%er. The 47%er might actually go in as my new favourite white rum, because it was one of the first rums I had at Rumfest. Pete was there. The whole Dawley's range, and at 47%, it was the first time I've ever tried it. Blew me away. It was so good. So good. But I haven't got it. So I'm going to go Cube. Cube's Añejo Suave. It's a controversial choice, but they're the 4 drinks I want. Neat, daiquiri, rum and Coke, rum and ginger. And then, yes, that's going to work with the fruitier mixes as well. It's possibly... Oh, I'm backtracking now. It's possibly a bit sweet. It's not sweet, but it's possibly a little bit sweeter than I would want from a neat. Oh, see, this is the thing now. For neat sipping, it's potentially a bit too sweet. But if I've got a sweet tooth, I could always add a touch of sugar to another rum. Oh, I've just blown it. No, I haven't. Sod it. I'm back. Ignore all that. Ignore everything I've said. 100%. Ignore everything I've said. This is it. Sorry, I completely forgot about that. Gran Añejo. Absolutely. That's it. Sorry. Standing by that. Daiquiris, neat sipping, rum and Cokes, rum and ginger beers. rum and ginger ales, the plantation Gran Añejo, 100%. I'm never getting bored of that, sipping it neat. I can add a bit of sugar to it if I want it slightly sweeter. Cracking daiquiri. It's not quite a virgin on moody daiquiri territory. It's still light enough from the column stills on there. Still that sort of, so it's Guatemala and Belize rums in there. So kind of a lighter style of rum in there anyway. Yeah, 100%. I'm sorry, ignore everything I said. 100% that one. It has to be that one. Plantation, Guatemala, Gran Añejo, Guatemala and Belize. Can't believe I forgot about that. That is my all-rounder. I'm just scanning back through again. Yeah, I'm totally going with that. Totally going with that. Totally, utterly, 100%. Plantation, Gran Añejo. That's my all-rounder. Neat Dax, rum fashions, rum and cokes, rum and ginger beer, rum and ginger ale. That is my all-rounder. 100%. Boom, done. God, I'm on it, innit? Right. Oh, I've just scrolled back through there. The first comment I've seen is Geraint, Steve would not pick something with string on it. Sorry. Oh, there we go. You've got to pick one. Your life depends on it. Brilliant question. 1919 is a good shout, actually. It's a really good shout. Someone said the Plantation XO. I can't bring myself to put Coke with that, to be honest. I think it's too expensive to put Coke. The Angostura 1919 is not a bad shout. I just prefer the Plantation, the Gran Añejo to that. Personally, but yeah, that's not a bad shout either. I just prefer the Gran Añejo daiquiri to that one. That's all it is. Daiquiri's a big one for me. It is a big one. Neat, I can kind of get used to, but a daiquiri, I either love or I hate a daiquiri. You know, that's the thing. Sorry. Right. Cuban Don Papa is the answer. Sorry, Big G. Steve you would not pick something with string on it. Dory's 3, but I think that is overpriced. See, Henry. See, right. This is the stupid thing, Henry, in the UK. The Dawley's 40%er is actually 50p more expensive than the 47%er. So the 47%er is actually cheaper in the UK. But I kind of half know the caveat behind that is because the Richard Seal is doing away with the 40 and anything else. There used to be a 40% XO as well. It's if you still see a 40% XO, it's an old bottle because everything's being bottled to 43 in there. I think I think even the Dawley's 5-year-old, I think is going up to 43%. I think everything's sort of steering away from 40%. Richard Seal world. So yeah, the Dawley's 47%er is actually cheaper than the 3-year-old. Last year's Arabada. Yes, the Arabada I really love as well, but I couldn't have daiquiris with that. It's decent, but it's just not a brilliant. It's not an exceptional daiquiri rum for me. Great sort of sipping neat rum. Great rum fashion, that sort of stuff. Great rum and coke, great ginger, but I just could not. I could not have that as a daiquiri all the time. I'd just get bored of it. That's what I'm saying there. I thought it was. Appleton 8. Trevor, I'd add Appleton 8, top 3, Plantation 19. Do you know, it's so hard. You know, that's... I'm just a little bit... I don't know what the word is. The Plantation Stiggins. I'm just... Before I go full fanboy on this, because this is belting. This is absolutely amazing. I'm hoping that this isn't just the exception to the previous norm, because the previous norm, it was a subtle pineapple. This is popping of pineapple. So whether they've looked at the recipe and gone, right, we're adding this much fresh pineapple now to the mix, or whether this, because obviously it's going to differ every single year. Every blend is going to be different because of the ripeness of the pineapples. And I really hope that the 2017, 2018 Stiggins Fancy wasn't a patch on what this was. In fact, the previous bottle of this that I had is why, so that going back to that pineapple rum video that I did, that's why I wasn't going to include this, because it was just like a semi pineapple forward rum. It wasn't a pineapple rum. This one, and the one previous to this, this is the third bottle, because the second bottle was at Drink Stuff. This is just so vibrant in pineapple. It's a game changer. It really is. But the previous years weren't. So I'm hoping that 2022, 2023 releases don't go back to that sort of mild pineapple. I hope they stick at that. I hope they've sort of weighed it out and said, right, we need this much pineapple going forward. I hope that's what they've done. Basically, for those of you that don't realise, let's just take that, or what other pineapple rums we got here. Where's it gone? Yeah. Right. Basically, that'll be tasting exactly the same 5 years from now, because they'll just add rum and they'll say, right, we need, I don't know, 35 millilitres of pineapple flavouring and added to it. Whereas the Plantation is flavoured with the pineapple rinds and the pineapple flesh. The rind is macerated with the OD and the flesh is macerated with the 3 stars, or the other way around, one of the two. So you're always going to have that inconsistency. I'm just hoping that it's not too much of an inconsistency. Right, is that said it? Not a string again. Just open the Appleton 15. Christine. Hello, Christine. Yorkshire. Right, I think I've caught up with the chat. And my voice is absolutely breaking now and I can't talk. I'm like, bleh. I need some liquid. Havana Steve. I'm not sure what to do with these. Goslings. When I got this Goslings Reserve, my head went to Black Top Day. And I don't think that's right. But should I class it as a navy? I don't think that's right. I just went, should I do that on the Navy rum night? I don't know why I'm thinking that, but so it's Gosling's Reserve, not Gosling's Black Seal. Gosling's Reserve. I'm not kind of sure. I don't want to ruin. I don't want to just kind of, let's sip it now. No, I wouldn't do it justice if I taste those now, because my palate's gone, so I'm not going to do them now. I just don't know where to fit them in. Don't know. We'll have a chat about that in the old DC. Discord. Right. Steve, if you're doing a pineapple, why bother with anything except the Damiso? Because, as good as that is, Big G, you only get half a bottle of rum. Because there's just all that pineapple in there. You do get alcoholic pineapple, but, you know, let's be honest. Right. Orange's amazing. That, amazing. It's like liquid pineapple juice, alcoholic pineapple juice. It's so, so good. I prefer the other one. I prefer this one. The passion fruit and the guava one. Sorry, the passion fruit and what's it called? Mango and passion fruit. I prefer that one, right? But you only get half a bottle. They're quite expensive and you get half a bottle. So I'm going to be buying that because I get a whole bottle. Simple. Because that different base rum, all right, let's be honest, agricole in the base of this, not agricole. Why can I never remember where the OD comes from? It's Jamaica and Barbados, isn't it? Yeah, Jamaica and Barbados and Trinidad. Jamaica, Barbados and Trinidad rum in there. Agricole in there. Basically, all that is that filtered and bottled. So, different base rum, but that's all we're doing. We've got the pineapple in there. So that's essentially a filtered, strained orange. It's proper. So, Big G, you can come at us all you like with your geekery, but that's all the difference is. It's the base rum. The pineapple is the same because they just filter it out. That's all it is. Strain it. Strain it. So, G. How would you know which version is sticking? You wouldn't, except 3-4 years ago, the label was a little bit duller. There isn't a date on here, to be fair, that I know of. But that's just it, because it is fresh pineapple. Every batch they do, and I'm pretty sure they just do one big batch a year. Don't hold me to that. I don't think it might do 2 a year. I don't know, but it's bartenders. They basically get bartenders involved to cut and do the pineapples and all that. But I don't think it's an ongoing process. I think it's like happens a couple of times a year. But yeah, obviously it's going to differ year on year because the sweetness of the pineapples is like wine. It's exactly like wine. Wine, you could grow the same grapes year on year, but you're still going to have a different tasting wine every year because of the grapes, because of the climate, because of the terroir. Pineapples, the same thing, you know. The pineapples are not going to taste exactly the same year on year. If they used flavour compounds, it would be, but they don't. They use fresh fruit. I only have the Teelings version. Plantation only does one big batch a year. They make a big deal, Christine. They make a big deal of taking the bartenders over to France to basically slave labour. But we all want to get involved to do it. To basically chop the pineapples, like skin them, chop them. I can never remember which way around it is. Either the flesh, I'm pretty sure the flesh gets macerated in the plantation 3 stars, and the skins get macerated and infused and redistilled, I think, in the plantation OD. I think it's that way round. And does that. But I'm not sure whether it's an ongoing thing, to be honest. I wouldn't have thought so because of seasonal pineapples, but I don't know. I only know of one big time a year that they do it, but they might do it under the radar other times of the year. I don't know. Sun's out, it's summertime. Ken's in there, right. Flesh in 3 star, yeah, I thought I was right. Right, I think on that note, 10:30, it's been a cracking show. Thank you very much. Coming up next week, I haven't got a flipping clue. What's coming up next week? I only did this the other day. YouTube schedule, where are we? Oh, we're in July. Coming up next week. Oh, coming up next week, next week's live show. Barbados. I'm cracking that. It's still sealed. I've never had it. Never had the Mount Gay Black's barrel. Still sealed. So that versus that versus that. And I'm in two minds whether to actually do that because we don't know the age statement of Mount Gay. I'm assuming it's got slightly older rums in it than 5-year-old, I'll be honest, but there's no age statement. They don't have a claim of how many ages in there. So I'm a little bit lost of what to actually compare that to. But in my head, if the Mount Gay Eclipse is like entry level up there, then in my head, this has to go up against the 8-year-old. But I don't know, perhaps the Dawley's XO. We shall have a little play next week, shan't we? And that's not opened yet, even though I did have a good pull at that at Rumfest. So yeah, that's what's coming up next week. Remember, only one rum review left video-wise. That's the Fiji out on Tuesday. And then I'm going to have an 8-day break to sort of reset the algorithms. And then we'll come back with some educational stuff. How's about that? Bingo Ringo, first time for the live show. Thank you, you're welcome. Thank you very much for joining us, Bingo Ringo. Up at midnight. Night, Steve. Great banter. I might blow my nose on air for the last time. I haven't had a black barrel yet. I was going to get the XO as well, but the XO's over 50 quid. And I was like, oh, that's a bit expensive. Again, I'm not kind of sure where Mount Gay's sort of position their rums, to be fair, against other brands. So, yeah, it'd be interesting. And Mount Gay XO was one of my best rums. Yes, that was what I saw from you, wasn't it? That's what I even commented on that the other night. The XO. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to tasting that. Because I've got a sneaky suspicion. I mean, that's all right. It's all right. Let's be honest. It's not terrible. It's all right. But it's very much like that. You know, when you go up a bit, that is like 10 times better than what the Bacardi Carta Blanca is. So I'm guessing the Mount Gay is going to be pretty much the same. We shall find out. We shall see. We don't know. Anyway. 47 Canadian dollars for the XO here. Oh, that's the next one up. Jeez. Oh, bloody hell. So what's that, like 20, 30 quid? You Canadians. Right. Thank you. Right. See. Right. Thank you very much. Hope the throat isn't too hoarse. No, it's just a bit of, big gig. That's it. Mount Gay Black Barrel smashed the Bacardi 8. I've got a funny feeling. Well, I'm not comparing it to that. I'm just basically. Do you get what I'm saying? You know, that's the brand's entry levels. And we know the Bacardi 8-year-old is 10 times better than Bacardi Carta Blanca. So I'm assuming that is going to be a lot better than the Mount Gay Eclipse. That's all I'm saying. I'm not comparing like for like. But I don't know where to position this into what rums to actually compare it to until I taste it. That's the thing. In my head, it was going to be a 5-year-old tasting, but I think that's probably a bit older than 5-year-old. I don't know. We don't know. Dawley's that's that. So if anyone knows the blend of rums they're in that, let me know through the week. That'll be kind of fun. But considering they don't actually tell you, I'm pretty sure that no one's going to have a definitive answer to this. Whether it's 5, 8, 12, don't know. I'm intrigued. Nice bottle though. Heavy bottle. Nice bottle. Andy Barham. Hello, Andy B. Right, I'm going to call it quits there. Thank you very much for watching. I will probably see you, most of you, in the Discord in half an hour or tomorrow or whenever. All right. Trevor, have a great weekend or few days with your son as well on the old barbecues and rum. We'll see you all really, really soon. All right. Take care. Toodaloo. He says, faffing around.